You are watching Daytime Soap Hub. All the best and latest in television entertainment. Welcome to our Soap Hub. Subscribe and let's get started.
Jason Morgan's tragic death on General Hospital spoilers. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Actor Jason is dead. The morning in General Hospital was unexpectedly quiet. Suddenly, the news spread in a small social network group in the city. Jason is dead. At first, everyone censored it, maybe a mistake, maybe gossip. But within minutes, a journalist posted a profile stating the source of the news, and then the TV portal gave a breaking notice. Its name was Jason. Jason is dead, and the faith of the people of Port Charles seemed to stop. If the incident was true, why, how, no one could imagine. Nina, Maxie, Carly, who were close to Jason, could not breathe for the first time after taking a sip. Everyone picked up the phone, sent messages, but the crowd of people filled with circuits and the gossip crowd could not seem to give any positive answer. Mixed reactions on social media. Some expressed grief, some were raising doubts, some were showing dramatic expressions. But General Hospital knew, if Jason was gone, then the silence of life would fall there. The police bulletin at noon on the day of the incident gave little information. A local rescue team had recovered a body from a deserted road, identified as Jason. There was a car with bruises next to the body. Law enforcement said, "It seems preliminary that this is an accident case. The investigation is ongoing." But the word preliminary worried everyone. Why such a hasty, brief report? Video footage, car traction, brake marks, everything had to be captured. Reporters crowded, cameras came down, and the police themselves laid line tape on the streets of General Hospital. A nervous tremor was in Nina's voice. Nina thought that her relationship with Jason was not just old memories. It was love, trust, and commitment. She strode down the hospital corridor, crying, and with it the forgotten words. How many dreams they had once had for each other. Carly dug into the phone and said, "Why Jason?" Maxie said with deep pain, "Where will his teenage son be?" The friends hugged each other and decided, no matter what, they would investigate, they would seek justice. The story then swept back. Jason's life, his struggles, his friendships. From street racing to complicated police cases, he came from hardship. Jason was who he really was, a man of few words, but impeccable when he worked. The images came to mind, Jason's smile, his anger, his concentration. Readers saw the small, strange scenes of Jason's life. The unspoken notes, the tables at his favorite cafe, his footprints in the small hallway. The door to Jason's family burst open as the news reached them. His parents groaned and bowed to the bed. The teenage boy couldn't believe it at first. A small sense of guilt and uncertainty mixed in his eyes. The teenager was subconsciously saying, "Did he leave me?" But the reality was different. Everyone in General Hospital understood. Now there was only one thing. The police took responsibility. The investigation began. Investigators spent the next few nights awake. Jason's car was examined, the black box data records were downloaded, and nearby CCTV was viewed. But the report found something unusual. The car's brake lines were good, but before the brakes could be applied, the car suddenly veered off the road. The driver's blood alcohol level in the auxiliary was minimal. DNA samples confirmed. Nothing was immediately apparent. "If this was just an accident, would it have made such a strange impression?" said a police social investigative officer. The sentence left the question open. Was someone plotting against Jason? Jason had many enemies in his life. Old conflicts, business feuds, personal rivalries. And it was those people that the police targeted and began questioning. An old enemy who had filed a single-parent case against Jason suddenly returned to town. "I came, but I was not involved in this," he said. But suspicions remained. Some speculated that one of Jason's victims might seek revenge. And that was the daily drama of General Hospital: friendship, revenge, and heartbreak. The media dug in mercilessly. Every little incident was magnified, and it was there that the pain of loved ones was brought up again and again. Jason's family members appealed for personal protection. The police were forced to set up a detective guard outside the house. But rumors spread quickly in General Hospital, and some unwittingly spread false speculation. The investigation turned up an unexpected clue: an unknown phone call recorded a few minutes before the incident. The call was brief, yet a delicate word was caught in the words. The call was tracked and came from an unknown number, recorded for a local tower. They were in the city's old docks. And here the question arose: did someone plan to lure Jason to the docks? The docks arrived, where the ship's vibrations and the smell of the sea mixed. The police team investigated. The university's camera records were distorted, but the often-seen Kiss Domingo. Someone had left a cut mark in the space between some old containers. A shadow of a man could be seen, walking quickly, but his face was not clearly visible. A dock worker said in a frightened voice, "I saw a man wearing a black coat. He quickly went down into the water." The police understood immediately. Sometimes the sea hides such events, but everyone gives evidence. Jason's friends, who were awash in mixed emotions of anger, grief, and revenge, took it upon themselves to investigate. Carly and Nina asked old friends if anyone had noticed anything strange about Jason's behavior. He seemed very tired the last few weeks, but he was worried about work. Another said, "He once said, 'Some of my old enemies are working again.'" Friends knew. Surprisingly, the true answer is often hidden in the mouths of the closest people. The story slowly brought to light an old story in Jason's life, a crime he had just uncovered. He was about to uncover a piece of information that could make powerful people dangerous. That information was the record of some local scandal. If it had been published, many graves would have turned over. And now the question arose: had Jason been separated from those records? Smelling the information and the conspiracy, some people in General Hospital became agitated. A news channel came live, TV cameras rolled, and the crowd grew. Debate began about Jason's death. Some said it was an accident. Some said it was murder. Some said it was a political conspiracy. But everyone understood. The truth was hidden somewhere, and it was urgent to find it. The police gradually find some small pieces of paper, a sticky note next to the body, the note half-written, "If you knew, I would." This sentence becomes the centerpiece. There was a missed call on Jason's phone, name unknown. Investigators said, "These are small pieces, but they create a political ground." But who would make such a threat? Who is so sure that someone will keep quiet? The investigation progressed, and tension rose throughout the city. A solemn memorial service was arranged for Jason's body. The people of General Hospital gathered there. They all mingled inside, seeing how many people's lives had been changed by his influence. But at the same time, there were also faint questions: why, how, and who? The story was told at the memorial service. Jason was described as a silent hero, how he stood up to criminals, and how he risked his life to save a friend. Relatives and colleagues burst into tears. In the next stage of the investigation, the police found a big clue: strange transfers to Jason's bank account, and he had the keys to an old farmhouse. The owner of the farmhouse said, "I saw something unusual. He came here, spent the night." The investigators were in a dilemma. Had someone called him to the house? And was there any evidence at the house? An unexpected person came forward. A former employee of Jason's, now associated with a powerful businessman. "I gave Jason some pictures when I last saw him," he said. But his story was murky. Police found that his phone location was in the area of the farm at the time of the incident. The question arose: was he ever involved in Jason's plans, or who had framed him? Postings, live TV, social media, everything was huge. A journalist who knew Jason personally decided to help uncover the truth. He compiled a report based on past documents, interviews, and memories of Jason's friends. But the journalist became embroiled in his own personal grief. The pressure on him to reveal as much as possible without compromising the investigation. Police and friends searched the farm. A bag was found in a hidden room under an old cattle shelter. The bag contained papers, records, and a USB drive. The USB drive contained documents that hinted at some irregularities in the local corporation. If the ED broke the news, the immoral activities of some influential people could come to light. It was then that it became clear Jason might not have just been the victim of an accident. He was looking for a truth. The documents were there, the evidence was there, and the police slowly prepared to file charges against someone. The regional media reported the case extensively, and the public learned that Jason might have exposed a larger conspiracy.